You're welcome back from the break. Yes, it's time to meet our first guest on the show this morning. And in case you just tuned in, the program is Good Morning Abuja, showing on NTA Channel 5 Abuja, the Unity Station. Now we want to talk about sustainable farming practices in Nigeria. And to discuss that topic, we have Dr. Austin Maduka. He is an agricultural expert and the president, Community Allied Farmers Association of Nigeria. Good morning, sir.
Good morning and welcome to the
Good morning,
program.
Dennis. Thank you for having
Yes,
me.
okay. Sustainable farming practices in Nigeria, globally. What is it all about? Let's start from there.
Sustainable agricultural practices is all about only Nigeria. It's a global thing.
Yeah.
It is a conscious act
Okay.
to protect the environment, save the earth, retain the natural resources that God has deposited on the soil,
Okay.
and then grow food, healthy food for human consumption and animal consumption too.
So to protect it, how do we do that?
I was asking, how do we protect these things? Or is it only for farmers or for everybody?
For everybody, including the consumers, the producers, and the processors.
So how do we protect these things?
By going organically, using those things that are natural, that have no element of chemical in them.
So is it everybody that knows this, like they're aware of this?
Well, it's a thing that everybody should know because we are already advocating for the use of organic fertilizers instead of the synthetic fertilizer that everybody is aware and is used to. The NPK and urea of this world that everybody wants to go in because one, there's no shifting cultivation. Those days we do shifting cultivation. If you farm here, you leave that place for a longer time.
Yeah, before you come back,
and then you plant again. But this time, because there's no land, even when there's land, the insecurity challenges have made people to return one portion of land
for a long time.
So there's no nutrient, for the soil to give out
more
what I do for the crop. So people need to be applying more fertilizer, to have
So
outputs.
that is where the cover cropping comes in. So how can this cover cropping contribute to sustainable farming practice?
Well, I feel like the agroforest, for instance, that's why we encourage people to plant trees. When you have trees, around your farms, it grows the natural resources in that location because the soil retain more water.
More water.
And then the leaves, when they decay, they automatically become manure for the soil. And the birds come around to perch.
They drop more manure.
They drop more manure.
Wow.
Animals go there also to feed. They drop more manure.
manure.
So if you have a number of trees around your farms, after a time, you see that land become more natural than when you don't have any kind of trees around that location.
Okay, so now let's talk about crop rotation, the role it plays in soil health and sustainability.
You see, the reason why we have a lot of erosion today is because of the kind of crops we use, the kind of chemical we apply. You see, naturally, the land will just start on its own breaking because of too much of chemicals. So if we grow more organic foods, if we grow more organically, we protect the earth, we protect the man, we protect the animal, we make the place become more eco-friendly. And the issue of climate change will reduce drastically because of the application of all these chemicals that we're talking about, air pollution or what have you.
Okay, talking about pest management, explain to us more about the benefits as we discuss this sustainable farming practice.
Well, you see, if you remember, there was a time Nigerian beans were pound.
Yes.
The reason was because the application of all these chemicals. Some use otapia to preserve beans. And this is the season now when people are harvesting and you see them using a lot of harmful chemicals, to preserve these things. But before, there are local method of preserving these things that are not harmful to man consumption. But because of lack of awareness, and the agencies are trying. Like NAFDAC has released some documents some days back, and that they are asking people to stop using some of these chemicals because they are harmful to our health. I was traveling and I got to I think it's Abuja, around forest.
Okay.
And I saw some young ladies and women selling banana. And I stopped to buy. I already no, I was about paying. Okay. When my colleague now said, "Oh, look, what you buy? They use what you call cupboard to preserve this banana." I now look and say, "Yes, our guy, what you doing? I come okay."
Meaning
that's usually
the usual thing.
Yeah,
it's a common thing now.
Wow.
That's there's no food that is not preserved with cupboard.
You see, that is why this awareness has to be on a daily basis.
And my question now is, thank God you saw it yourself. We've seen videos going viral. In fact, I saw a video of someone pouring otapia in beans.
I'm telling you, I said that is the common practice.
Yes, so what are you doing about this to stop it? And then this would have been caught, whether on cameras, behind cameras. What have people done to them?
We are not authorities. The authorities should be answering this question.
Well, but have you reported them to the authorities?
Well, we have reported several. Some of them are members, some of them we have queried them. You understand? But this is some of them are done when nobody is there to witness what they are doing. But it is within the mandate of NAFDAC to do these things. And they know some of them in this market, they have market unions. The market union should also be called upon, create more awareness, create a kind of program where there's going to be a kind of forum where these people meet and then they see the harmful of what they're doing. There was a time my association tried to bring some experts to talk about aflatoxin, the contamination in food. But because we are not government, we don't have the resources to do all these things. When we approached some of the governors, they didn't give us the necessary support we needed to tell them why people should not go to market and buy better tomato. Some people go there and say what they want is better tomato.
Because of the affordability.
Yeah, you see some people who have cut their yam and you see the yam has formed some colors and they still prepare there and cook and eat. But those things are harmful to human consumption. But because the economy is bad one and there's no awareness creation, people don't know what they're taking. It is between NAFDAC and the National Nutrition Agency to take this as a challenge. At those days when we were younger, what they call the Shurikinoma in villages, and then there's these town criers.
Yes, that goes around.
Like now that we're approaching dry season, we begin to announce using the local extension officers in the communities to tell people what to do, how to preserve their crops, where to go and get whatever they want to get. There's these bags then that they used to have cellophane inside. You put your beans, tie them, and then put the sack and cover them. Even if it's 6-7 months, there won't be any.
I think it's the same awareness we are doing now to bring all of this to a minimal. How should
the
we?
National Nutrition Agency have a role to play in this whole issues. National Nutrition Agency should take it as a national challenge. The NAFDAC should see it as also a national challenge. The Federal Ministry of Health should also see it as a national challenge. The Federal Ministry of Agriculture, both at the federal and state level, should also see this as challenges.
But as the organization try to...
We're trying our little ways.
Do a collab with them, with all these organizations that make
most times they do invite us for workshops and training and things like that. You understand? They're also doing their own best, but sometimes the resources may not be readily available for all these things. So we need more collaboration. We need foreign partners. We need other agencies to come to the aid of some of these organizations to assist them. Don't forget that the economic station of the country is not laughing. And everybody is feeling it. So I don't know their budgets. I don't know what they have to go around at 6 state or the 774 local government.
Okay. Going forward now, you've been in this. You're an agricultural expert. Going forward, what should we do now? This is the period harvesting time. The best way to preserve our farm produce so that we don't get into all of this problem of using harmful chemicals to preserve our foods.
Well, I think what the government should do is to train more agricultural extension officers because they have a major role to play in this whole situation. Because if you have agricultural extension officers who are well trained, they'll be able to guide the farmers well to tell them what to do, how to do them, and how to do it better. Because if you have an extension officer who in a community knows the farmer, knows when they're taking their produce from the farm and where they're taking it to. You're able to monitor what they're doing, give a feedback. Because you must have a mechanism. And MIE is very, very important. When you monitor and evaluate what you do and give a feedback. It's that feedback that the government will now use to come up with policies and programs, and then with that, people will be able to. And then there should be also an avenue where kind of support should be given in terms of maybe kind of bags for preservation, kind of what they need to do it more organically than using chemicals.
I think I really like that part that you said.
Organically,
you
we
monitor, you evaluate, and then you give feedback. I think if we do it that way, we'll be able to curb all these ills around.
Yes. Thank you so much, sir, for this wonderful information you brought our way this morning. We do really appreciate your time. Okay. Yes, we have been discussing with Dr. Austin Maduka. He is an agricultural expert and also the President, Community Allied Farmers Association of Nigeria. And together we looked at the sustainable farming practices in Nigeria as well as worldwide. And he has talked to us a lot extensively. Now we're going to go on this quick break. When we come back, the program continues. Stay with us.